Marriage is one of life's most important relationships. It is a gift given to bring laughter when there is happiness, comfort when there is sorrow, and peace when there is unrest. Happiness in a marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage must be created. In the art of marriage, the little things are the big things. Hiking with your dogs, enjoying the beautiful outdoors together, going to the gym together, reading, trying new things, and going out for breakfast. It is never too old to hold hands, and it is remembering to say I love you at least once a day.
It's impossible not to love Emily, as I'm sure James would agree. She is genuine, kind, compassionate, generous, and is never inconvenienced to help a friend. I don't believe Emily has a mean bone in her body. Even on tough days, she keeps her spirits high, has a smile on her face, and smiles at everyone she meets. She is one of the strongest women I know, and I'm honored to call her my best friend. Anyways, that's enough about our relationship. Let's move on. Let's talk about the one that started New Year's 2014. Hashtag the beginning of the adventure of the Gingers. I will rewind even a couple months prior to that. Emily was crazy about James before she herself even knew it. When I first heard of James, Emily would say, "Hey Kayla, I met this really cute guy. He's tall, he's muscly, he's ginger. I think you would really like him." She stuttered as she spoke his name. Her cheeks matched her hair. It was evident which one of the two of us liked James.
Oh, you're so brave. She actually like a model. Yeah. Looking at it up close. This is just gonna get a lover shot right here. I'm gonna cry like a baby. We'll be fine.
Hard conflict.
Anyone getting married tonight too?
I thought I was getting married.
2 shirts just to be safe.
So you guys all see James and you see him as this big, tall, muscular guy. I mean, lots of you don't because you remember him when he was little. But I want to throw it out there that he was not always that big and he was not good looking. He was always knee-high to a grasshopper. He was scrawny. He had big ears. I love you, but it's true, right? Like, it's true. In elementary school, I remember you were in kindergarten. Was it kindergarten, Mom? And his first day at kindergarten, we're in our classes. I'm in grade, 2, 3. And then, Al's in grade 6. And James comes out of his class because he doesn't want to be in school anymore. And he comes and gets Al and me from our classrooms and says he's done with school. He's over it. We sent him back. That's why he owned a business.
Each time we went to the gym, Emily would scope the gym parking lot to see if his truck was there, or if she was lucky, the famous James himself. It was clear that James felt the same way when he would say hi to Emily about the 5th time walking by her at the gym. "Yes, James, I saw you. I was there as well." Just a short while later, Emily finally built up the courage to actually hang out with James instead of hoping to bump into him by chance, and invited him to a New Year's party. They talked all night and gazed into each other's eyes. When the clock struck midnight, Cinderella got her very first kiss. 1 year later, when midnight hit, she finally got her happy ever after.
You were holding that ribbon.
Yeah, wait.
Flowers. Little plants.
This is your best.
Yeah.
Your best. Mine
Obviously, we all know I have a bad horse obsession, and they mean a lot to me, and they probably don't mean a lot to anybody. And James really was never the horse guy. A few people was never really the horse guy, and I know he never really understood it. But I don't know how many times I called him crying about a horse, like not a boy, a horse. And just this last week, I called because a farrier cut my horse too short and he was lame. And I called crying and I was like, you need to pick up all these things. And I was crying and Jen, don't worry, you just tell me what you need. I'll go get it right now. Don't worry, just calm down. It'll all be okay. And him and Emily together stopped and bought baby diapers because that's what I need to put on his foot, and Epsom salts and all this other random duct tape. It's just a random 3 things to get at a store, and came home with it. So, I mean, yeah, I make fun of him, but he's always got my back, and I have to thank you for that, James.
I don't know what to do. I got it. Hug it out. That's cute.
Emily, I wrote a little bit. This whole thing was for you because I knew I could tell James's stories. But Emily, you've got a huge heart. And, I'm so thankful that I get to call you a sister. I always wanted one. Unfortunately, I never got one. But I got one now, and she's super cute, and I just love you. And as soon as I met you, I was like, what are you doing with him? But I'm thankful you deal with him, and you guys are both you both have that same heart. I don't even know how to explain it. You're both generous and soft people, and you got to be tough when you need to be tough, but you're soft for the most part. So we're thankful, and we're lucky to have you. So round of applause for the new Mr. and Mrs. Price.
Emily and James, because of your love and faith in each other, today your lives will have a new beginning. Every experience you've ever had, everything you have ever done, and everything you have ever learned has brought you to this moment when you stand before your family and friends to take each other as husband and wife. You each bring your individual strengths and weaknesses, hopes and fears to this marriage. But as you confront the future as a married couple, may you complement each other, support and strengthen one another. And may you grow together in love and trust, sharing your dreams, those adventures, your quiet times through all the years of your married life. And although your vows are spoken in a matter of minutes, they are promises expected to last a lifetime. There is also an expectation and a desire for love, respect, mutual trust, honest friendship, and open communication, and lifelong companionship. Do you, James, offer yourself wholly and joyfully? And do you choose Emily as the person with whom you will share your life in laughter and in tears, in conflict and tranquility, loving what you know of her and trusting what you do not know yet? If so, answer, I do.
Through the dark, love, I will follow you. Hold my hand, love, I'll stay close to you. We are small. We are small, but
first day I met you, I knew you were something special to me. It's a feeling you just can't explain. It's overwhelming to say the least, and I can't stop smiling, even though I try not to act cool. I feel so happy and content just doing whatever it is we're doing, because I know you're the exact person I'm supposed to be with. For me, I wouldn't trade that feeling for the world. I'm lucky enough to wake up every single morning beside you feeling that way. You're such a loving, genuine person with this need to help others that's beyond beautiful. You have this way about you that sees the best sides of even the worst situations. You see me exactly as I am and love all of me, not only my good side. You're always there to encourage me and help me get back up when I'm feeling down. You know me better than I know myself some days. When it comes down to people, you're so unbelievably compassionate and kind, always setting a perfect example of how everyone should treat each other. That in itself is more than I could have ever asked for in a partner. You make me strive to be a better person, not just to myself or friends, but everyone around me. Every single day, when I glance over and see you smiling, just for being alive and well, I remind myself how lucky I am to have you by my side. I promise to give you all my love every single day for the rest of our lives. I promise to take care of you and protect you with everything I have in me. I promise to make sure we go to bed happy every night and always do my best to make you smile, even if you have to fight to hold in that smile. I promise to make our relationship a priority in our lives, no matter how hectic or stressed or crazy things seem to get. If you ever feel upset or down, I'll remind you of the feeling in this moment with us reading our vows in front of family and friends. Thank you for just being you. I love you more than any words could ever explain. I promise to never lose that spark we have.
I love you.
Do you need a minute?
Yes, you can.
Now that's love when you share a Kleenex.
These are really long. I apologize. My dear friend, I used to think that finding and falling in true love was about timing and luck and coincidence. One of those wanderlust magical occurrences that just happened to bring two people together. But one day when we were first dating, I told a coworker about how lucky I felt to be with you, how lucky I was to have met you. But she quickly reminded me that luck, or being lucky, actually had nothing to do with it. She told me, "No, Emily, you aren't lucky to have found him. You both deserve each other."
Can't cry 'cause I don't cry.
And as much as I know that we're both people who hate taking credit for anything or actually admitting that we're kind of like nice people, she was actually absolutely right. Life almost never gives you what you ask for or what you really deserve. But apparently we are the exception. We have found each other and are with each other because we both deserve a love like this. As far as I'm concerned, this alone is a life victory unto itself. To love you or have loved you is enough for me. I ask nothing further. There is no other pearl to be found in the dark folds of life. But because it's not often that I get to stand up here looking really nice, telling me how much you mean to me, my vows are several more paragraphs longer than that. If there is a lesson that life has been trying to teach us this last year or two, it's been that nothing goes quite as you planned. That even one tiny success begins with at least 1,000,000 failures, and that no matter what happens, where you are, or what you have to deal with, nothing as important as having a partner in crime to go through all of that with. Gratefully, I have you and you have me. Today, I'm not going to stand here before you and before our loved ones and promise you a list of things that I will or will not do for the next, hopefully, 100 years. Maybe like 75, because that would be really long. I can't promise things to you that I cannot even yet understand, and we have no idea who we might become over the many decades of our lives. You know how much of a lovey romantic sap I am, but you also know how much of a realist I am when it comes to people acting like we might know what's around the corner. So instead of vowing all the classic promises of loving you forever, and through thick and thin, and being faithful, things that I will still be, I instead stand here before you and offer you the real me, the deepest me, no false advertising. The one that will mess up and make mistakes over the course of this lifetime. The one that will sometimes make you angry and have annoying traits. The me that will sometimes let you down and lose my cool and be frustrating. The ugly parts of me that can only be discovered the more intimately you know someone. After all, we did not come to this earth to be perfect or master unconditional perfect love. We came to learn personal love, universal love, messy love, sweaty love, crazy love, broken love, and whole love. That's demonstrated through the grace of stumbling and messing up often, being fabulously flawed and gorgeously human. But perfect love, that it won't be our story. Truth is, a love like ours doesn't require any other adjectives or modifiers, and it certainly doesn't require the condition of perfection. All I ask of you today, and what I will promise you, is this. I will be your comrade in this adventure of life, your accomplice in mischief, your ally in conflict, your greatest fan, and your anchor in stormy weather. I choose you today, and I will keep choosing you. I will show up and keep showing up to this marriage, and I will try and do my best. And please understand that my best may not always look so great. I will stay present and feel fully. I will shine and fly and laugh with you, and I will also cry and hurt and live and die with you. I do not know the person I will become or what turmoils we might face that will test even the deepest parts of us. But no matter what, I will always try, even after I fail, even after I've already messed up and tried and failed. I will but get back up and give it another go, because this love, a love of a lifetime, is worth at least 1,000,000 tries. What I've realized in loving you is that true love, the beautiful kind that poets write about, the kind that keeps people married even after facing unthinkable losses, and the kind that blooms in even the muddiest of places, is not only rosy and sparkly and only beautiful, because it is still that. Yes, love is patient and love is kind, but it is also deliberate and it is hard. It is pain and sacrifice in choosing someone to be with them and stand alongside them in spite of their filthy heart. Real love is seeing the darkness in another person and defying every impulse to jump ship. My hope for our lives together, that beginning today, we embark on the adventure of a lifetime. And when it comes time for us to leave this earth, I hope we don't arrive looking pretty and well kept, or preserved neatly and ready in a box. My hope for us is that we arrive at the end of this life together, screeching on the brakes, skidding in broadside, covered in tattoos, our faces wrinkled from a lifetime of smiles and laughter, and our skin leathered and sagging and worn from too many good days in the sun. I hope that we enjoy this adventure, and that no matter what, we never stop trying and we never stop having fun. James, I love you straightforwardly, messily, crazily, and thank you for loving me the same way.
Upon the authority vested in me by the province of British Columbia, I pronounce, that's a long sentence, isn't it? I pronounce you to be husband and wife. You may kiss your bride. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. James and Emily Price.
I go a little crazy sometimes. Can you believe it? Yeah, I swear I'm fine, that I'm alright, but I'm barely breathing. Thought I could find my way back home, but I get lost alone. But when I'm with you, I'm no longer wondering. And when I'm with you, I swear I can breathe. And when I'm with you, I know who I am and who I wanna be. I'm not trying to be dramatic, no. Most times I'm pretty
and life's a little weird. And when we find someone whose weirdness is compatible with ours, we join up with them and fall in mutual weirdness and call it love.
I swear